and welcome to the Daily Tissue. I'm Nick McAllister.
And I'm Erin Johnson.
Today we'll be talking about the different types of epithelial tissues. The first one is the simple squamous epithelium. It has a single layer of flattened cells, and it also forms capillary walls.
Next up is the simple cuboidal epithelium. It is a single layer of cube-shaped cells. They cover the surface of the ovaries.
And next is a simple columnar epithelium. It is a single layer of non-ciliated columnar-shaped cells. They line the digestive tract as well as the gallbladder.
Next is the simple ciliated columnar epithelium. It is a single layer of ciliated columnar cells. These line the uterine tubes and limited areas of the respiratory tract.
And hang with me right here, but next is the pseudostratified ciliated columnar epithelium. I know what you're thinking. That's a big word. It is a single layer of ciliated, irregular-shaped cells that are for protection as well as secretion. They line the respiratory passageways.
Next, we have the stratified squamous epithelium, keratinized. This is a multi-layered and contains keratin, outer layers flattened and dead, protection. It is the epidermis of the skin.
And next, the stratified squamous epithelium, non-keratinized. It is a multi-layered and it lacks keratin. Also, it lines the oral and nasal cavities.
Next is the stratified cuboidal epithelium, usually 2 layers of cube-shaped cells. These are the ducts of larger sweat glands, salivary glands, and pancreas.
And last, but certainly not least, is the transitional epithelium. It has numerous layers of rounded, non-keratinized cells. And also, it lines the urinary bladder and portions of the urethra. Let's head over to sports.
Thanks, Aaron and Nick. I'm Samuel Benton, here with your sports. Today I'm going to talk about 3 teams: the smooth muscle, the cardiac muscle, and the skeletal muscle. First up, we have smooth muscle. It has walls of hollow organs. It is elongated in a spindle-shaped fiber with a single nucleus. Next we have up is the cardiac muscle. It has the walls of the heart. It is branched striated fiber with single nucleus and interlactic disc. Skeletal muscle. Spanning joints of skeletons via tendons. It is multinucleated, striated, cylindrical fibers. On a side note, nervous tissue consists of mainly 2 types of cells, neurons and neuroglia. They are neurons, nerves, and receptors. Now over to Liz with the weather.
Samuel, I'm Elizabeth Bush with the weather. I'll be giving you the weather forecast for the connective tissue. You can be expecting fibroblasts and mast cells that will result in binding and protection, mostly in the deep to skin area. Next, in the dense fibrous state, you can be expecting more fibroblasts and densely packed collagenous fibers. This will result in strong and flexible tissue, mainly in the tendon and ligament area. And over here in the elastic state, you can be expecting more fibroblasts and elastin fibers. This will result in flexibility and densibility, mainly in the thorax and trachea area. And over here, reticular state, you can be expecting reticular fibers in a jelly-like matrix. This will result in phagocytic functions, mainly in the lymph nodes. And over here, in the adipose state, you can be expecting very little matrix. This will result in stored lipids. That will be mainly in the organs. And over here, in the cartilage state, you can be expecting collagenous fibers. This will result in the support, strength, and flexibility of cells. That will be mainly in the trachea section. And over here, in the bone state, you can be expecting collagenous fibers as well. This will also result in strong and supportive cells. That will be mainly in the bone section. And last but not least, over here in the blood state, you can be expecting plasma. This results in the conduction of nutrients and waste, and we will be seeing that mainly in the circulatory system. Thank you. Bush with the weather.
No problem. With a single nucleus.
I can't, no. I didn't know what it said.
Yeah, don't ever. All right. The
I can't do that. You can't say stuff like that.
But it was so perfect.
Phagocytic. You did.
Thank you for joining us for classification of the epithelial tissue. And good night.
You can't say ain't good night. We're singing to the weather
Nick,
man.
this is you. Yeah, you can't say anything.
And the skeletal muscle. Okay, good.
State. You can be expecting
Single nucleus and interlaced cylindrical fibers. No, I missed.
I'm Elizabeth Bush with the weather. We will,
But you consist of two